Okay, we're going to start with getting our feet into hip distance apart. So if your feet together, take your toes to the corner of the room, heels to follow. You want to think about your weight distribution. Think about going from side to side, forwards and backwards. Make sure that you've got a nice even weight distribution and you're standing nice and centrally. Don't lock your knees, have a slight bend in your knees so you're engaging through the quads. Take your hands to your hips and we're just going to rock through our pelvic range, trying to find our pelvic neutral. So coming all the way back, all the way forwards. This changes from person to person, day to day. So it's different for you what it might be today than it might be tomorrow. All the way forwards is point A. All the way back is point C. We want to stop in point B. So if you're coming here to a nice pelvic neutral. Coming up, we're going to just take our shoulders up to the ears, back and down. Forwards, up, back and down. Just releasing the tension in your neck. Take your head from side to side, side to side. From here, take one hand to your rib cage, one hand onto your tummy. We're going to take some nice deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Coming in and out. Really fully inhale, get all that air into your lungs. And exhale every single drop. In through your nose. And out through your mouth. This time when you're breathing in, exhale, engage your core. We're going to engage your stomach muscles. So think about tightening them up like you've just had a belt tied up around your waist. So breathing out, exhale, tighten your core. Keep it tight. Hold your hands in the same place, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Now this time you should be feeling your hands on your rib cage still moving. And the hand on your tummy is staying nice and still. In through your nose. Out through your mouth. That's how you want to be breathing throughout the class. So thinking about keeping your core nice and tight and breathing laterally like this. It's going to start off with some mobility moves. So taking our head from side to side. Releasing the neck. And take your chin in a semicircle down your chest up to your other shoulder to shoulder. Nice and slowly. Look up to the ceiling. And then look down to the floor, just feeling a little tension in the back of your neck. Nice neutral head there. So we're going to come back up with our shoulders and roll them back. Keep going. Warm up all our nice joints here. And then to the other direction, come forwards. One more. From here, hands coming forwards and up. Take them wide, come back and down. Keep going with this move. Remembering to keep the same position. You've got your slight bend in your knees. Your pelvic neutral. Nice, long, deep breaths. Okay, coming up, we're going to pulse for 3 here. 1, 2, 3. Come forwards and down. Keep going. Come up. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Forwards and down. Coming up. Pulse, pulse. Pressing back slightly and down. One more time. Come up. Press it back. 2, 3, forwards, and then bringing it down. Take your arms up to a V shape, and we're just going to come back and put our elbows together at the back. So we're squeezing our shoulder blades together and squeezing our elbows together. I'll turn around here for you. So coming, squeeze and up, squeeze and up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 more, 7, and 8. Lovely. Keep your arms wide. We're going to come up into a pec deck position here. We're We're going to squeeze our arms together and apart. You can press slightly back as you come back if you want to. That's 2. We're going to do 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3. Really squeeze your arms. 2, and 1. Bring them down, roll out your shoulders, soften your knees. Coming down into a nice squat here, chest comes up high. You can lift your toes at the front, that helps with your center of gravity, to make sure that you're doing it in the right direction. So seeing from the side here, we're coming down and up. 2 more. And up. After this one, we're going to start raising one knee and the opposite arm. So we're going to come down into a squat, raise your left knee, right arm comes up, and then down. Same again, but on the other side, coming up and lower. Nice controlled movements. Take it nice and slowly. And lower. Breathe. Sorry. And lower. Down. And up. Give me 2 more. And come back to hip distance apart. We're going to do some half moons here. So think about your softened knees, pelvic neutral, chest high, nice and neutral spine, nice long head, neck. Taking our left leg forwards, we're just going to sweep it around in a semicircle and then bring it back to the front. Sweeping it back and forward, squeezing your glutes, lengthening through the leg. That's 4. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Changing legs, coming forwards on your right leg, pointing forwards. You can touch the floor or you can do it all in hover if you prefer. Squeezing through. Squeeze your glutes. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. We'll start our lunge sequence here, starting down at the left. We're going to take a side lunge, and then back to center. Left leg forwards, and then back. Right leg forwards, step back, down to your right. And we're going to keep going like this. We're going down to your left, and return. Left leg forwards, return. Right leg forwards, return. Right lunge, return. Keep going. Keep the chest up. That's 3. We're going for 8. Step to your right. And return, that's 4. Wow. Right leg forwards, return. Step to your right, return. Go to your left, and up. Right leg forwards, and up. Down to your right. That's 5. 3 more to go, guys. Keep going. Getting ourselves nice and warm. Left leg forwards, return. Right leg forwards, return. Down to your right. Down to your left. Left leg forwards. Right leg forwards. Down to your right. 2 more. We're feeling a little warmer. Last one. Down to your left. Return. Left leg forwards. Come back. Right leg forwards. Down to your right. Come back to center. Keep distance apart with your feet. Slight bend in your knee, pelvic neutral. We're going to come up to some calf raises. Hands come up to your tiptoes, arms come down. Keep some nice deep breath. 2 more. Okay, now we're going to come forwards on our left leg, reaching down into a nice lunge here. Palms come up, twist into that front bent knee, and return. Cossack arms. We're going to go pulse, 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 swish, swish, swish. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Hold if you don't want to pulse. Swish, swish, swish. One more. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Swish, swish, swish. Step forwards and shimmy back. Come forward on your right leg. I'll look to the side for you so you can see from here. Got nice right angles in your legs. Arms coming up and wide. Rotate into that bent knee. And we're going to come into our Russian arm position. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Chest up. Swish, swish, swish. Again. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Swish, swish, swish. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Swish, swish, swish. Step it forwards and then come back to center. Well done. Now we're going to do some quick Pilates squats and then we're going to move on. So your hip distance apart, soften your knees, pelvic neutral, shoulders nice and back and down. Coming forwards with your arms and then just bending down into a nice deep squat and up. Take your time and breathe. The deeper you go, the harder you're working. You should be going a bit lower now than before. Two more. Well done. We're going to come now into a half roll down. I'll stand to the side so you can see me. Slight bend in the knee, pelvic neutral. Roll out your shoulders. Going to come up with our arms, breathe in. Exhaling, slowly coming down. Chin comes down to your chest and you just curve through your spine gently, vertebrae by vertebrae, till your hands come to your knees. We're just going to stretch our spine up to the ceiling and then arching it, looking up, belly to the floor. Taking some nice deep breath. Deep breath in, and then exhale, slowly rolling yourself all the way back up to standing. Hands coming up to the ceiling, and then slowly rolling ourselves back down, this time all the way down to the floor. Curving through every bone in your spine, till your hands come to the mat. You can bend your knees if you need to, till your hands reach the floor. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale, slowly bring your arm up to the ceiling, following it with your gaze. Some nice breaths here. And then slowly bring it back down. Take a deep breath in, and the other arm comes up to the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring the arm slowly back down to the mat. Inhale. And then exhale, slowly curving yourself all the way back up till you're standing nice and tall. Take your hands up over your head. And we're just going to, put a lampshade in my way. We're just going to take some nice side bends here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to start my roll down sequence for you here. I'm just going to go through it once and then you can follow. We're going to have our feet hip distance apart. If you have a mat, standing at the end of your mat. Slight bend in your knee, pelvic neutral. Shoulders back and down. Deep breath in, hands come up. Exhale, slowly rolling yourself down, all the way down to the floor. We're going to walk out into a plank position. And from here, your hands need to be beneath your shoulders. Nice straight core. Can you engage your abdominal muscles and your glutes? Nice, straight and strong. No sticking your bum up and no dipping down. If it's easy, you can drop your knees And also, if you want to, you can come down to your elbows for a shorter plank. You can also come into all fours in this situation. You can come here with your knees beneath your hips and your hands beneath your shoulders. So first thing we're going to do is some leg lifts. From here, you can do a leg lift in the all four position. Straight leg, come up, up, down, down. If you want to do it in a 3/4 plank, you can do it like this. You can come up, up, down, down, or a long arm plank like myself. Up, up, down, down. We're going to be lifting for 2 and then lowering. Okay? Lift, lift, lower, and lower. We're also going to do some press-ups. Again, you can use the same position. You can come into a box position. Make sure if you have any hypermobility in your elbows, like myself, that you turn your hands slightly inwards. So your elbows, if they start, the inside of your elbows, if they face forwards, you want them to face each other. Okay? So hands slightly further together. And in the box position, we're going to press up, down for 2, up for 2. Alternatively, you can come into the 3/4 press up, down for 2, up for 2. And likewise again for a full press up, which you probably can't do. And now recover. And then tuck our toes under and walk back to our feet. And then come back up. We're going to do this 3 times. So we're going to come down to the mat, lift and lower our legs for 8. We're going to do 4 press-ups. Try and do the press-up in a position where you have a good quality of positioning rather than trying to get the stronger position. Okay, here we go. Lifting our arms, come up. Inhale, exhale, coming all the way down to the mat, rolling down vertebrae by vertebrae, nice and slowly. Hands reach the mat. Just release your neck here, any tension you may have. Take each elbow and just sway gently from side to side. When you're ready, we're going to walk out into our preferred plank position. And we're going to lift and lower for 8. So it's lift, lift, lower, lower, lift, lift, lower, lower, lift, lift, lower, lower, lift, lift, lower, lower. Think about lengthening through the leg, squeezing the glutes. Lift, lift, lower, lower. 2 more. Lift, lift, lower, lower. Lift, lift, lower, lower. Coming into your preferred press-up position, thinking about where your hands and your are underneath your shoulders, and think about your elbows facing each other as well, like I mentioned. We're going to go down for 2, up for 2. And we're going to do 4. So breathing in, and then exhale, engage your abdominal muscles, and we're going down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. Sink it back into shell and recover. Take some nice deep breaths here. When you're ready, tuck your toes under, knees come up. We're going to walk ourselves back to our feet. Make sure that we're still hip distance apart. Inhale, exhale, rolling up really slowly and carefully through the spine till your shoulders come up, arms come up. Inhale. So 4 side bends here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale up. Exhale, come down. Your hands reach the mat. Walking into our forward long arm plank or our preferred plank position. Nice bracing through the abs. So think about inhale. Exhale, engage your core like we did in the breathing. We're going to go lift, lift, lower, lower, lift, lift, lower, lower, lift, lift, lower, lower. Point your toes, nice and strong. More about the engaging of your muscles than the height that you kick. 2 more. Lower, lower. Lift, lift, lower, lower. Come into your preferred press up position, and we're going to drop down for 2, up for 2. Again, engage your core, so breathe in. Exhale, engage your abs. And then we're coming down for 2, up for 2. Keep your neck in line with your spine. Down, down, up, up. 2 more, 1 more, sorry. Up, up, recover. We're going to do this 1 more time. So when you're ready, tuck your toes under, pick up your knees, walk it back to your feet. Hands come to your feet, take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, slowly coming all the way back up. Roll out your shoulders, soften your knees, arms come up, 4 side bends. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hands come up. Deep breath in. And then exhale, slowly rolling it all the way down to your feet. When you're ready, walk out into your preferred plank position. Inhale. Exhale, engage your abdominal muscles. Here we go. Coming up, up, down, down. Elongate your spine. Neck nice and long. 3, lower. 4, up, lower, lower. Keep going. Lift, lift, lower, lower. Really squeeze your glutes. Lift, lower, lower. 2 more. Lift, lower, lower. Lift, lift, lower, lower. Preferred plank position. No, press up position. Coming down for 2, up, 2. 2, down for 2, up for 2. Last one. And recover. Well done, everyone. Hopefully you're feeling nice and warm now. Okay, we're going to come toes, tuck our toes under, bring up your knees. We're going to do a lovely calf stretch here in downward dog. So bring your heels to the floor. Chest towards your toes. Take some nice deep breath. And hold. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, bringing yourself down to the mat. Knees coming to the mat. Flatten your feet. We're going to come down onto a prone position now, so we're lying on our front. I want you to think about elongating through the spine, your neck being an extension of your spine, keeping yourself in a nice alignment through this. Clearly, because I'm going to be facing down, it's hard to sort of, and we're going to be looking at the floor, it's hard to sort of keep looking up. So try not to look up too much, but try and listen to me teach as we go. I want you to think about having your hands in a triangle sort of position, and you can rest your head onto the mat. We're going to come down, flat down like this, relaxing our upper body, keeping our head facing down. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to inhale and then exhale, brace your abdominal muscles like we did before. Squeeze your glutes, and we're going to lift and lift, lower and lower, like we've just been doing in our previous positions. So coming up for 2, down for 2. Again, I want you to think about lengthening, not the height. So lift, lift, lower, lower. Lift, lift, lower, lower. Engage your abdominal muscles and squeezing your glutes. Lower, lift, lift, lower, lower. 4 more of these. Lower, lift, lift, lower, lower. It's about control and precision here. Lower, lower, and not about how high you go. Lower, lower. 2 more. Lift, lower, lower. Lift, lift, lower, lower. Coming into a pendulum move now. So we're going to kind of lift, 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 lift. Keep your head down, facing the floor. Lift, lift. Really squeeze your glutes here. Protect your back. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Relax your legs. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to come into a double leg lift. So we're going to keep our head down and we're going to squeeze our glutes. Inhale, exhale, engage your abdominal muscles. Contract them nice and tight. So we're going to come up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Really squeeze, really point your toes. Really reach across the room. Down, down. 2 more. Up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, and relax. From here, we're going to do some arm moves. So we're going to take our arms into a sort of square position here. If you can see, I'm coming out like we did with the pec decks and the warm-up. Keeping my head facing down. And I'm just going to take a deep breath in. Exhale, engage my abdominal muscles. And then I'm just going to reach up and lower. You can breathe in here. And then exhale, come up and lower. Inhale. Exhale. Exhale as you come up. Inhale, coming down. Do this in your own time, which feels comfortable to you. You can look at the arm as it comes up, slightly raising your chest off the ground as you come up. Being careful, engage your glutes and engaging your core to protect your back. It feels like a small move, but it's doing a lot of good. Great for posture. And they're all good for your core. 2 more of these. And we're going to come forwards with our arms. Square, oh no, not. We're going to do opposite arm to leg. So we're going to come up with one arm, opposite leg comes up. Like a modification of the swimming move, if you want to. If you're happy doing this and you're coordinated enough to keep going. Opposite arm to leg. So you're raising your arm and chest, and your opposite leg comes up and lower. Lift, lower. Lift and lower. Lift, lower. Lift and lower. Just squeeze your glutes. Give me 4 more. 4, 3, that's 2, and 1. Relax there. Bring your head down to the mat. Relax your legs. Engage your abdominal muscles. Arms come into a V shape ahead of you. Take a deep breath in. Engage your abdominals when you exhale. Contract. And then we're going to come back with our arms behind us, squeezing our elbows and our shoulder blades together. And then inhale forwards. Exhale. Inhale. And if you want to add a little chest lift, you can do so. So we're going to come back and forwards. Squeezing your elbows together and then bringing them forward. So like a V shape to a W. Nice lengthen through the neck. Keep your head facing down so it's elongating the spine. Squeezing your glutes to help protect the lower back. Keep going in your own time. Let's do 2 more. And relax. Bring yourself into all fours. And we're going to put our hands beneath our shoulders and our knees underneath our hips. From here, we're going to exhale and just stretch our spine up to the ceiling. And then belly to the floor, chest up, head up. Inhale. Exhale, stretch up. And then inhale, come down. Facing up, chest comes up, your belly down to the floor. Keeping on this position here, we're going to do a move called thread like a needle. So we're in all fours, got a nice straight long spine. We've got our knees beneath our hips and our hands beneath our shoulders. I'm just going to slightly lean backwards here. I'm going to take my right arm, I'm going to thread it through the hole, and I'm going to push as far as I can get it to go, giving a nice spine twist here. When I come back up, I'm going to come the other way and bring my elbow up, opening my chest. Coming through, exhale, and then coming all the way back up. Elbow comes up, chest comes up. 2 more of these. If you want to extend your arm fully, you can do so. You can come all the way back up, following that arm up to the ceiling. 1 more. And extend. Plant that hand back down, take your left arm, make sure you're slightly leaning back. Take that through the gap, push as far as you can go comfortably, and then bringing it back up. Getting a nice mobility through the spine here. And come up. And under. Again, if you want to do the full arm, come all the way up to the ceiling. Follow that arm with your eyes. Last one. And up. From here, I'm going to come onto my side. Side lying series here is just a little easy one for us today. We're going to have our lower arm supporting our head and neck, keeping a nice straight line through. You're going to have your knees at 45-degree angle. Make sure that your hips are stacked and in line and everything's nice and straight. Inhale, exhale, engage your abdominal muscles as usual. We're going to be opening and closing our legs here like a clamshell. We're going to squeeze our glutes and lower. Squeeze and lower. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, last one, 8. Closing your legs, straighten your legs, point your toe. Think about if you want to have a hand in front for support, you can do. If you want to bring your legs slightly forwards for balance, you can also do that, that's fine. Engaging your abs, and we're going to lift and lower for 8. So 1, 2, lengthening through the leg, 3, 4, squeeze the glutes, 6, 7, and 8, really squeezing. Come back into our 45-degree angle, and we're going to do 8 more clamshells. You can have your hand on your hip, hand supporting, up to you. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, really squeeze, 2, last one, straight legs, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, really engage your abdominal muscles here, 2, last one. Okay, last set, we're going to come 45-degree angle, going 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. We're going into straight legs, straighten your legs, going 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and bringing it back down. Give it a little rub. Well done. Come into the seated position here. We're going to just do some quick mobility moves in between side lying positions. So we're going to have our legs wide. You can have a bend in your knee if you prefer. Sitting up nice and tall on your sit bones, elongate through the spine, through the crown of your neck, head. We're going to come our arms wide. Inhale, rotate. Oh, you can't rotate the table there. Rotate, and then come in for 1, 2, 3, and then up again. Inhale, exhale. 1, 2, 3. Just reaching to the outside of your foot. And again, we're going to twist and saw. 1, 2, 3. Return to the center. Twist. Last one. 1, 2, 3. And back to center. Taking ourselves now to the other side. So do the same again on your other side. So we're going to lie with our left arm lower, our head resting on that arm. Thinking about making yourself in a nice straight line, and you're engaging your abdominal muscles. We're going to come with our legs to a 45-degree angle, heels together, knees together. When you're ready, we're going to take a deep breath in, engage our abs, and squeeze. Squeeze your knees, squeeze your knees, squeeze your glutes. Lift and lower, lift and lower. 3 more. 2. Last one. Straighten your legs out. We're going lift and lower. Lengthen through the leg, nice and strong, squeezing with your glutes. 4, 3, 2, last one. Come to the 45-degree angle, squeeze, squeeze. 3, think about engaging your abs. 4, 3, 2, last one. Straighten your legs, going up and lower, up, lower, up and lower, up and lower. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend your knees. Here we go. Going up and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Squeeze your glutes. Engage your core. 3 more. 2. Last one. And then straighten your legs. We're going to lift and lower. Lift, lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 4 more. Lift, lower. Lift. Point those toes. 2. Last one. And relax. Bend that knee. Give it a little rub and a whack. Coming back up, we're going to do the saw move again. So coming up with our feet wide. Sitting on your sit bones. Nice and tall through your spine. And we're going to breathe in. Arms come wide. Exhale, twist. And then come to the outside of your foot. Coming 1, 2, 3. Replace. Breathe in. Exhale, twist. And saw. 2, 3. Coming back up. 1 more time each side. Twist. And go. 2, 3. Coming back. Twist. And 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're coming into our supine section, which is on our back. We're going to do some ab work here. First move we're going to do is the single leg stretch. So we're going to come back onto our backs. So I'm going to take my notes with me. And we're going to lie back nice and straight. So your shoulders away from your ears, nice neutral spine. So thinking about that rolling through your pelvic range to find that middle pelvic neutral, like we did earlier, keeping your knees hip distance apart, your feet hip distance apart. When you're ready from here, you're going to hug your left leg towards you and push your right leg away. And from here, if you want to have your head and shoulders off the ground, you can do. We're going to switch legs like this. Single leg stretch. So going 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Really pushing your legs away. Hug both legs in. We're going for the double leg now. If you want to, you can continue with the single legs. It's up to you. So we're coming out and in. Head and shoulders off the ground for a harder workout. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Don't forget to breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees in, leaning back down to the ground. This is going to be the straight leg, single leg stretch. So we're going to do the same again as before, with straight legs. If you want to continue with bent legs, that's fine too. You want to have your leg nice and straight and strong, pointing your toes. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Head and shoulders off the floor if you want to. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 legs up to the ceiling. We're going for a double legs. So you can have your head and shoulders off the floor if you want to, dropping down to the floor as far as you can comfortably go, and then lifting back up. That's 8. 7, squeeze your glutes as you come down. 6, 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and recover. Knees come to your chest. The last move we're going to do before we do them all again is the crisscross. So we're going to have the same single leg stretch as we were doing at the beginning, but if you want to add a crisscross, you can add opposite elbow to opposite knee, okay? Try not to bring your elbows forwards, just keeping them away and moving your body and not your elbows, okay? So we're going 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. We're going to do that same section again. So we're going to bring the single leg stretch. Left leg comes up to your chest, and we're going to swap. So we're going 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both knees to chest. We're going to do this double leg stretch now. Remember, if you want to work harder, you can bring your head and shoulders off the floor. Going for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, last one, 8. Bring your knees into your chest, relax to the floor. Take one leg to the ceiling, the other leg comes down straight to the ground. And we're going to swap legs. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Both legs come up. Double straight legs down up. Ready? We're going to keep you can have either your hands down by your side or up, head up, and hands behind your head. Going down and up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, control the moves, 2, and last one. Bring your knees in, give them a hug, and our last move is the crisscross if you want to keep going with that. Otherwise you can do it without your arms and you don't have to crisscross. So hugging the left leg in and your right elbow comes to it, and then we're going to swap. Crisscross, crisscross. 6 more. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax yourself down to the mat. I hope you can feel that one. We're going to do a cool down now. So lowering your arms and legs down to the mat. Hands over your head. Take a nice deep breath here. Relax. Stretch those abdominal muscles. Hands come down by your side. Plant your feet so your knees are up in the air. You're going to have your right leg and you're going to pop that over your left knee. Right foot over your left knee. Pushing your right knee wide. And take your arms wide. Slowly rolling down to your right. Till your knee hits the floor. Slowly roll it back up again. Take your hands through your left leg with your left hamstring towards you, keeping the right knee wide. Feeling the stretch there through your glutes, which I've made you work a little bit today. And slowly release that down to the floor. Plant your foot back down to the floor. Take your left leg over your right knee. Push your left knee wide. Hands come wide, rolling down to the floor. And slowly coming back up. Take your hands through your right hamstring, pulling that leg towards you, keeping the left knee wide. Feel that stretch through your glutes. And slowly release. Plant both feet down to the floor. Hugging your right knee towards your chest. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, point that leg to the ceiling, nice and straight. Circle your ankle here and the other direction. And then point and flex that foot. Relax your foot, take a deep breath in. And exhale, walk yourself up the leg. Pulling the leg towards you, taking the opposite leg down to the floor. Deep breath in. Exhale, slowly release this right leg. Come back down to the mat. Take your left knee towards you, hug that knee in. Deep breath in. Exhale, point it to the ceiling. Circle the ankle, both directions. Point and flex the foot. Relax your foot. And take a deep breath in. Exhale, walk yourself up the leg a little further. Bring your head and chest off the floor. Push the other leg away for a nicer, stronger stretch. Slowly release that back to the floor. Take both knees up to the seat, up to tabletop position. So they're at a 90-degree angle. Take your arms wide. Slowly and controlled, keep the gap between your legs or keep your knees together if you want to. We're going to roll down to our left till our knees come to the floor. Control slowly. Slowly bring them back up to the center. And then slowly take them down the other way. And then back to center. Coming onto our front. Just going to do a little stretch here. Take your arms and elbows down by your sides, bend arms down by your sides so they're near your shoulders, somewhere that's comfortable for you. Head down towards the mat, relaxing your body. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, engage your abdominal muscles and squeeze your glutes. When you're ready, press yourself up onto your elbows, keeping your neck in line with your spine, and then lower. Just lifting and lowering nice and gently up onto your elbows in your own time. Exhale as you come up. Inhale as you come down. If you want to do a little bit of a better stretch here, you can come all the way up onto your hands. further forwards your hands are, the easier this move becomes. And further back, the harder it can be. So play around with it, see what works for you. It's a nice stretch for your abdominal muscles. And release. Take your right leg, right foot, squeeze it towards your right glute muscle, and lift your quad slightly off the floor for a nice quad stretch here. Hold that there. And slowly release. Take your other leg, your left leg to your left glute, and pull that one towards your glute and lift that quad off the floor, giving yourself a nice stretch to your left quad. And slowly release. Coming up onto your hands and knees, bringing yourself back into a child's pose here. Take some nice deep breaths. Relax into the pose. Stretching your arms forwards. When you're ready, tuck your toes under. Lift your knees off the mat, coming into a nice calf stretch, downward dog here. Stretching your heels down to the floor, your chest towards your toes. Elongate through your spine, hips nice and high. So we need to do a pedal push here. Bending one knee at a time and pushing the other leg straight. In your own time. Two more. And then plant both heels down to the mat. Slowly walk yourself to your feet. Take a nice deep breath in. And when you're ready, exhale, bring one arm up to the ceiling, facing it with your eyes. And slowly bringing it back down. Inhale. Take the other arm up to the ceiling. And then bring it back down to the mat. Put yourself down, hold on to each elbow, sway from side to side. Hands to the mat. Take a deep breath in. Slowly roll yourself up, vertebrae by vertebrae, as slow as you can do it, controlling it, each vertebrae you come up, and then your chin comes off your chest. You're into a neutral standing position again. Your feet are hip distance apart. Bring your hands to prayer position. Soften your knees, pelvic neutral, shoulders down. Inhale, and we're just going to take a spine twist to our left. And then return to center. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, take it to your right. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, left. Inhale, come to right. No, center. Exhale, go right. Inhale to center. Take a deep breath in. Inhale and exhale, release. Inhale with your hands come up. Exhale, release to the ground. Inhale, come up. Hands into your prayer position. Bring your hands down to your chest. And we're done. Thanks, everybody.